It's 2 a.m. and you were ripped out of your beauty sleep by a text message. You roll over to see who it's from, and it's a name that you never thought you would see pop up on your phone again with a message that just reads, "Hey, I miss you." Hey everyone, my name is Dan and welcome back to another video here on the channel. I hope you all are doing well. And I know that this is a question all of us have asked to ourselves, and it's something that you really just have to think about. And I know I'm not the only one that has gotten a text from an ex at some point in time in the middle of the night that just reads, "I miss you." It's become more and more and more common, especially with everyone having access to their phones. And I know this is a question all of us have asked ourselves. You have so much love for them in your heart, and without them, you feel like it's just empty. And I know that exact feeling myself. I've had it several times. And I recently actually just committed the cardinal sin of getting back with my ex. And that's going to be the topic today. Should you go back to your ex? Now, I know this is a terrible idea. They're an ex for a reason. There's no reason you should go back to them. Obviously, it didn't work the first time. How is it going to benefit you now? And how is it going to work out this time? I have tried to rationalize that many, many times, and I don't know. It just felt right to me at the time, and I'll kind of explain why. So, of course, there's many reasons that you'll break up with an ex. Either they're cheating on you, you move away, all these many different reasons that can cause a relationship to fail. And it really sucks because you've spent so much time with this person. You know their ins and their outs, everything about them, and you really truly think that they are your person. And sometimes it's the case, but a lot of the times it's typically not. You guys end up getting in arguments, you have to go somewhere else where they aren't going to be able to be around, and you can't really cope with the long distance relationships or any multitude of other things. So you just decide to call the relationship quits and move on. Now, I do think that there is a particular criteria of why you should never go back to your ex. Of course, that's number one, if they're cheating on you. Number two, if they're abusing you. And number three, any combination of those types of things, or if they're manipulative. There's plenty of reasons that I did not list here that is a firm reason to never go back to them, and you absolutely should avoid them like the plague, whether that's blocking them, moving away, something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be that extreme, but those are certain circumstances to why you should never go back to your ex. For me, though, the girl that I'm with now, we met several years ago, and we've been kind of on and off for a very long time. And the first time we met, we never had any issues. We never argued. We haven't argued pretty much at all throughout the whole time we have been in a relationship. And it just wasn't the right time, per se. We did the first time, and it was just one of those, "Hey man, like, I kind of want to do more things. I want to go out. I want to do this. I want to do that." And I don't really think that that's going to benefit our relationship. And I don't think it's a good idea for us to be together now. And so we split up. We didn't talk to each other for a while. And then we kind of reconnected, got to chit chatting, hung out quite a few times. And then she was moving away for a while and I wasn't. I was just like, "Yeah, let's talk about this." And we both decided, hey, it's a good idea to just kind of go our separate ways. And maybe if something comes up, we can rekindle this. Well, that's actually what happened. I had been seeing one girl for a few months and we had decided to just kind of call it quits. And about a week or two later, I had texted her and was just like, "Hey, are you back where we live? And if so, do you want to go hang out and do something?" And that's kind of where everything started. We hung out a time or two, we had a couple deep conversations, and we decided to start dating back in November. And so far, things have been good. She is out visiting family. She's been away for almost a month, but will be coming back soon. So that we can kind of cope with. We're both pretty busy right now with everything going on. So we just send a couple of text messages, make sure everything's going good. Neither of us really have anything to worry about with the other, which is an absolute blessing. I know that that's not typically the case with a lot of people, but it has been working out for us. And I know neither of us can wait to see the other. And we are hoping that the days go by quick until it happens. And I think that's the prime example of when it is okay to go back to your ex. Hey, right now just isn't the time. And I think we should work on ourselves and focus those things and really do what we can to improve ourselves. You'll see this a lot with younger couples. I know myself, I have a couple of friends that I went to high school with who dated the people they're with now for a year or two in middle and high school, and then broke up and rekindled either senior year or after college. And it just kind of depends on if that person can grow and what the relationship before had happened to it. Like I said earlier, those major things, those are absolutely no go back to. If they cheat once, they'll cheat again. No mercy or anything on them. I have no respect for those types of people. But if it is just one of those like, hey, I'm getting ready to move across the country and I know that we aren't the best at communicating, I don't think this would be the best time for us to be together. That's an understandable reason, or just one of those where it's like you both know that you need to grow and take some time to develop who you are, gain that life experience, and mature a little bit. And then you can come back and revisit things. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't happen, but it's one of the few times that it can. And it's really nice because you already do know that person. You know everything about them, what they like, what they don't like, what makes them smile. And it makes life a little bit easier in a sense. And I'm not saying go get in a relationship with that person just because it's easy. That is by no means what I am saying. But there is a time and there is a place for it. Not all exes are bad. Sometimes people just grow apart and then they grow back together. You never know where the roots of the trees are going to grow. With that, you guys, I want you to kind of think about these things and what your thoughts and opinions are on going back to your exes. I know that there are some people out there that are like, absolutely never again. I know they're my ex and they're an ex for a reason. And most of the time there are justified reasons for that. It's few and far between that they do have a valid reason. And I wouldn't go back to the exes that just want to see you to hook up and do some naked wrestling. You know, that's just not it. But the exes that are like, hey, I've been thinking about you. How are you doing? And just trying to like catch up and make sure that you're doing all right because they genuinely care about you. Those are the kind of people that you may think about going back to. And sometimes it would be a good thing. And other times you just know that it won't work, but you can stay civil. And I think it's just a different part of life that many people haven't really talked about. I know that it's a very weird niche topic, especially when I'm talking to my friends like, hey, yeah, no, I'm back with this person. That's like, didn't you guys break up a while ago? Like, what are you doing back with them? And kind of just have to go through and explain like, hey, we've both grown a lot and things are different now. We never argued or had any like tiffs back when we did date. We just realized that it wasn't the time for us then. And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And it's pretty much the end of it. You will have those few people that are they don't like it at all, and it's potentially because they are jealous, but that's neither here nor there. So in the end, you guys, if you do have an ex that you guys just kind of grew apart or realized it wasn't your time then, I think it's okay. You can go back to your ex. But if it's somebody that was cheating on you, treating you terribly, I don't think it's a good idea to go back to them. I know that I have made that mistake, and this is only the second time I've ever gone back to one of my exes. The first time was in high school, and it was very, very bad. I was manipulated beyond belief and didn't see the signs. Maybe I'll make a video on that coming one day down the future, but yeah, if it's somebody that you know that you really did care about and it just wasn't the time, go for it. Send them a text, check in, see how they're doing, maybe catch up and get some coffee. You never know what the world may have in store for you. But with that, all you guys, my name is Dan. Thank you all for stopping by and watching this video. I am very, very grateful for each and every one of you that comes and watches this channel. I love each and every one of you. And leave me some ideas down in the comment section down below if you want maybe a story time on the ex that was super manipulative as my wrist cracked 7 times. I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but yeah, if that's a video that interests you, let me know down in the comment section down below, as well as maybe some other ideas that you want my input on when it comes to relationship stuff. But with that all, like I said, my name is Dan, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.